Okay, it's Thursday. Mosquitoes are out. Nice night last night, 9:30 this morning already. I kind of slept in, so must be still recovering from the passage. Gonna heading to Belle Island. I got a repair to do. For some reason, the shrouds on this side of the boat have loosened up quite a bit, so I need to tighten those. And the deck of the boat is covered in about 1 million bugs, so I might have to just rinse that off, and then we'll get going. Okay, we're leaving Duncan Bay. Just went through the Narrows, fixed the shrouds, made some water. Yeah, we're on our way to Belle Isle. If you go through the Narrows, I would say come about 2/3 of the way north of the shore, north of the south shore towards the rocks. I had about 12-foot depth all the way through there, but there were some shallower spots closer to the shore. So all right, the wind's coming, seems like it's coming out of the west. It's hard to tell, so it may be a motoring day. Yeah, I'm gonna put on some sunscreen and a hat and get after it. Awesome. So the wind clocked around to the south a bit, so we are broad reaching away around the point here. Looks like we might actually be able to sail today. So if it stays like this, then we should be actually able to sail through those channels, which they're pretty tight, but this is the right wind for it. So we'll see how it goes. I got Randy steering right now as we're on a broad reach, and so yeah, just gotta clear this point and then we'll tack over and head for Belle Isle. Well, that was exciting. We were sailing along. We had winds out of this like southwest. We're beating on pointing pretty close, going straight into the channel, and then the wind shifted. I didn't see it coming. I was looking at, there's a boat passing right by me. The wind shifted directly around all at once, like 35 knots. Backwinded everything and pushed us right over. So it was a little chaotic. I reefed down, and that's basically the wind's coming straight out of the channel now. So I just eventually just took the sails down and started motoring. I've got it running pretty high right now to overcome the wind. The wind's calmed down a little bit since then. I think we're probably at 20 knots right now. But I'm going to go out hand steer for a little while. The autopilot's having trouble keeping up, so I'm using a lot of fuel. All right, good times. Okay, arrived at Belle Isle. I'm in a little cove. I think it's called Lane Cove. This is on the southeast end of the island. Beautiful little spot, tiny little cove. I was expecting a dock. There's no dock here. So I dropped the hook, basically motored almost, I don't know, I dropped the hook about 20 feet from shore. It's in about 3 foot of water, and then I let out some chain and some rope. I only had the Danforth anchor ready. My mantis is not put together. I was not expecting to drop the hook here. I think that the charts and some of the maps are contradictory. I think there's a dock. It looks like there's another bay to the west of here that's open to the south and the west. If that's where the dock is, that's not going to be, it wouldn't be very good protection in this wind. So I think what I'll do is I'll stay here for lunch and then take off, and we'll head for McCargoe Cove tonight. I gotta check the distance, but the cove is, this is crazy. Hold on, let me see if I can. So if you look towards the shore, it's only about 3 or 4 feet deep, but just to my port side, it's probably 30 or 40 foot deep. So you could come in almost right up to the island with almost any boat and drop the hook here. So it's beautiful, but yeah, I don't like the way, I mean, it's tiny, so if I drop the hook further away, I'm gonna run out of, I'll have a weird amount of scope and I might swing into something. So I dropped it shallow and I'm keeping it short. We'll stay here for, I don't know, half an hour and then head out of here. All right, gonna do a quick lunch today. This one I'm gonna do some freeze-dried meals that I made. This one's Fiesta corn chicken, not real chicken. Boiling water with one hand, but so yeah, 9 minutes, should have lunch. Lunch is served, I guess. Okay, time to do the dishes. This guy just pulled in one of these Lund boats, and he's got a couple dry sacks I think he's setting up. So I think you can probably rent those, ferry over and then rent those, I'm guessing in Rock Harbor or something. It was like a good way to kind of explore the island. So grab your stuff, hiking packs and whatnot, throw it in an open boat like that, just start cruising all over. It's an option. Oh, that's a nice spot, but I think I'm gonna weigh anchor and head on over to McCargoe Cove now. Well, that was a little tricky getting the anchor up. It was set really well, and without grounding anythanything out, because I was only a few feet from the shore pulling the anchor up. So, all right, here we go. I gotta put that away. Just rounded the north end of Belle Isle. We're in the Amygdaloid Channel. That is Amygdaloid Island. There are some buildings there that are not marked on any map or chart that I've seen. So I'm not sure what they are. Like a little green roof building. It looks like a log cabin. No idea. Bad news. Had to use the facilities for the first time on this trip while underway. When I did, I noticed that there's a stress fracture just underneath the compression post. It looks like it was designed wrong, or somebody moved the support for it. At any rate, you can see that there's this crack here, and there's this post, which really should be underneath here to support all the way to the keel. So I don't know. I should have noticed that. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. But that's gonna make sailing basically out of the question. Possibly in real light winds, five knots or so, but anything more than that, I am concerned. So this compression post goes from the bottom of the mast down to this deck in the V-berth, and then it should be supported by this post, but that post is offset by 6 or 8 inches. So when I get home, I can move it, but I don't have any fiberglass with me, so I can't move it here. So more news on that later. Okay, McCargoe Cove is a bust. Power boat's filled up the dock. There's a ton of people there. And there's a little cove that was empty on my way in, but I was trying to get in. I sped in trying to get ahead of this power yacht. And they dropped the hook right where I was going to drop the hook. They must have seen what was going on and snagged the spot. So I'm going to try to see if there's a little bay, maybe about halfway back up the channel. I can try that. If not, I might try to poke my head into Brady Cove, which is really shallow, right near the entrance. So not overall super pleased right now, but all right. C'est la vie. Well, the park map says there's a dock on Birch Island, that separates the McCargoe Cove entrance from Brady Cove. I didn't see it. I guess I would have had to be looking for it the way that it looks like it's positioned. So I'm gonna head up that way and see. Maybe that might be a good option. If not, I'm not really sure. There's nothing really close. The next place would be Todd Harbor, and that's pretty far. So I kind of want to find something in the cove somewhere. Okay, so there was a dock. It's over there-ish. There are boat fenders on all of the cleats, which means that someone is reserving that space. So I poked my head into Brady Cove, which is super shallow, but seems to be a pretty good holding ground. There's a lot of X trees, vertical stumps in the basin. It's about 6 foot deep. The charts say 2. I'm gonna reset. I think I've got the Danforth down, and I'm a little close to this end of the island for my liking, or to this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mantis together, and then pull up the Danforth, clip on the mantis, and drop it a little bit over, a little towards the middle. Okay, we're in Brady Cove. I've reset the anchor, and I used the Mantis M2, which is a good thing I did. That Danforth started dragging when I started pulling us in, so I was wrong. This is not good holding ground. Had a little bit of trouble with the Mantis too. I moved again, and I've got about 7 scope out, and it seems to be holding pretty well. I haven't moved as much of an inch against it in about a half an hour. So it's also, I moved to a little more protected. You can see the entrance and out into Lake Superior from where we were before. So with the wind just coming straight in, that probably wasn't good. So I moved in a little more to the north end of the cove, and sort of hidden behind this little point here. This one. So in other news, I have come up with a plan to attempt to fix the mast step. So I'll start working on that in a few. But for right now, I'm just gonna get a snack and a cool beverage. It is nice and warm here.